And another Monday has dawned. We say hello to all of you after yet another wild weekend in college football. And we go down to a man who hopefully had a restful weekend, Coach Brian Kelly of LSU. Coach, good afternoon. And I don't mean to be nosy, but how was the weekend spent?
Oh, we got some time off. So we finished up with our players Thursday. They got Friday and Saturday off. So the staff was able to get out of here for almost 48 hours, which is a nice reset going into the gauntlet of 6 SEC games in 7 weeks. So I think everybody benefited from a little time, and I think the energy obviously is recharged as we came back yesterday with our team and get a chance to practice today.
Coach, before we get to South Carolina, I'm just curious, when a coach has a Saturday off, I know it's hard to completely separate yourself, but did you peek in on any games?
I would say peek. I didn't sit down there with at the recliner with my slippers off and just micromanage the game. There were other things. I spent some time with my wife. We did a little shopping, and sometimes it's even better to just get away from it. But I will say that being in it as long as I have, I had to peek, and she had to remind me that this was her weekend, not mine. So I got back to making sure I spent my attention on her.
Well, I don't blame you. I met Mrs. Kelly. She's a wonderful lady, and I cannot imagine. But I don't know. First of all, just the idea of you two out shopping. I'm sure somebody has a screenshot of that, but I'm sure that was entertaining.
Yeah, well, let me put it this way. It becomes even more troublesome when you go out shopping and you've got, obviously the rabid fans of the SEC all around you. And it's not just LSU, it's every other fan base. So I try to go incognito, put the hat on, black sweatshirt, but it just doesn't work.
Well, yeah, you hate to break it to you, Coach. You're fairly well known, especially down there. But let me get to this weekend, and this question I'm actually asking with some trepidation. You won the game last year, but that was quite a journey watching the LSU South Carolina game. What do you remember?
Yeah, it was getting down 17-0 is what I remember. You get down 17-0 on the road against an SEC team, you're in big trouble. We got lucky. We made some plays went our way, but the fact of the matter is we were sloppy to start, and we were sloppy on defense. We gave up big plays. We did not contain the quarterback at all. Obviously we did make some plays on offense, got ourselves back into the game, played better in the second half, and we're able to get out of there with a close win. So you can't do that against any SEC team and expect to live in those circumstances. We did that weekend. I think we learned that year about what our football team needed to do better. And this year it's going to be similar. We can't turn the football over. We've got to control Lenoris Sellers. He's an outstanding quarterback, and we've got to be efficient on offense. All those things are still in play.
In terms of Lenoris, he's dynamic. What is the toughest part of dealing with him from a defensive standpoint?
Outside the pocket, it's when he gets outside the pocket, he's got such a live arm. He can throw it all the way down the field and create these big chunk plays that are really off schedule plays that you don't have a defense set up. You have to really make sure that you do a great job of staying with your man. But more importantly, you got to keep him in the pocket, Paul. If this guy is continuously outside on the edge and the perimeter, he's going to cause a lot of problems.
So that's one problem. There are other problems, not to tell you what you already know, but you have a game wrecker like Dylan Stewart to deal with. Take us through that part of the journey.
I think it's a great way to put it. He is a game wrecker. If you don't have a plan for a player like that, he can affect the game, and we can't let him affect the game. So, we have to do a number of things with formations and tight ends and running backs and sliding protections. But he's definitely a guy that when you put your game plan together, you have to have an answer for him. He can't wreck the game. So, we're well aware of it. He's an outstanding player, and we'll have to do the things necessary, to keep him in check.
Let's talk briefly before you go just about the offensive side of the ball. I know that was a big topic a week ago and the week before that and the week before that. In terms of the off week, maybe getting people a little healthier, where is LSU right now offensively?
Well, we'll get a couple of guys back. We were down a couple of starters last week. Listen, the offense is not about one or two players. It's about all 11 players playing well together. And we just haven't had that yet. We haven't played the complete game, and we're going to need to over these next 6 weeks, as I mentioned to you, playing SEC opponents. If you don't play a game where your offense complements your defense, you leave yourself vulnerable. And we've been very vulnerable because our offense hasn't played that way. So we've got to be better in the passing game. Our quarterback is in a really good place from that perspective. And we've got to have a running game that's efficient enough to keep people off balance. And those two things we worked hard in the off week, checked our tendencies, looked at things like that. And now it's go time. We have no excuses. We've got to go out and play better offense.
Finally, Caden Durham, who we talked about a week ago and the week before that, this was a big moment for him last year. What are you expecting as you have another night game in Tiger Stadium?
You know, we've got some healthy backs now in terms of what they can do for us, and each one of them has a different skill set. But Caden obviously is an outstanding running back, and having him back obviously helps our offense. But again, I think it comes from all of them. If you look at what we've done using Juwan Johnson coming out of the backfield, he's been efficient for us. Harlan Berry is a big play-capable running back. We've got to use all three of them, but having Caden certainly helps our run game.
Coach, it's always great to see you. You look refreshed. I'm excited about the game. I know your fan base is. Thanks,
Paul. Good to see you.